Laten. This is the second episode of this series, and today we are watching one of the most important, if not the most important thing of Warframe, the mods. The mods are these these cards that are power-ups for your Warframe, for your weapons, for your sentinels, for your cats, dogs. There are different types of mods. There are mods for Warframe and mods for the weapons. The mods for the Warframes goes also with the Sentinels, that as also the Sentinel with the cats and the dogs have some particular sets of mods just for them. And then there are weapon mods that are exclusive to mods. There are primary mods, secondary, and melee. Obviously, they are different. Then there are rarities of mods. So there are these bronze mods that are the most common, and but this doesn't mean they are worse than than the rarer mods. Then we have the silver mods that are a little bit rarer than the other. And then we have gold mods, or called also rare mods, that are the most rare than the other. And when the enemies drop them, you can see light pillar of golden light coming out of them. So if you see that, go take them. That are always useful. You can use them for transmute, for other things, are always useful. And since they are rare, you maybe don't have them. So we have some ways to get these mods. The first, the easiest one, that gives you most of the time these type of mods, the less rare one, are dropped from certain mobs. You can find also these mods here, these golden mods from the some kind of enemies. You can see them on the wiki. If you search the name of the mod, you can see all the ways to drop them. Then there are the mods you can get from the mission. If you do spy mission, defense, interception, after you complete a vault, after 5 minutes, after 5 waves, you just get a reward. That reward can be a mod. So that's another way to get these mods. Then the other one is to do vault runs. That gives you corrupted mods, that are this type of mods that gives you increased stat, and one and decrease another one, like this one or many other. I'll explain how to do vault runs later in this series of video. So let's start with the important things. So you can with the mods, it's very important, and you have to do that for the first junction. You have to power them up. As you can see, this mod just give me 10% channel efficiency. If I power this up, I get 40%. You can see also there, but it drains more slots. It drains more. For the for to power up the mods, you need Endo, that are mod specific material that you use only to power up the mods, and then you need some credits. You can increase the level until the max one. That's different for every mod. As you can see here, you can spend a lot of money of Endo on a mod, and it can drain a lot. Then that's the basics for the mods. Then you can sell them for credits. You can sell the duplicates. or dissolve them into a window. I don't suggest to do neither of those. Maybe the endo if you need them, but the credits is not just worth. You can do one index run and get more endo than this. Then you can just select four of them. If they are golden, you can. It's easier to get a rare mod than if it's another rarity. Then you can transmute them. So you use four, some credits to get another mod, another random mod. That could be everything. As you can see, I use four golden mods and get a common one. So that's not very worth, but just to know that you can do this. Then there are another. That's the basics for like new players. Then if you are a little more advanced and you have heard of primed mods, you can have also these prime mods. The prime mods are just an increased and power up type of the other mods. There are the normal continuity, the normal point pressure point, sorry, the normal target cracker, but these mods has more levels. You can level them more. As you can see, this mod have a lot of levels. I don't know. Then the normal target cracker. The normal target cracker has just 1, 2, 3, 5 levels, then this has much more. And as you can see, you can have a lot of stats increase. As you can see, 90 critical damage, 60 critical damage, and that's not the last level. As I said, to power them up, you need a really high number of endo and credits, so it's for later on. These mods you can get from Baruki tier. That's a merchant that comes every two weekends. One weekend yes, one no, one yes, one no. Okay. I don't know how to explain that. And he has a reward pool that can have some primed mods inside, and you can buy them with ducats that are a material that you use just for the barrow that you can get by selling at a relay your prime parts that you don't need. Okay, that's the way you can get the prime mods, or you can trade them. But if you can trade them, the tax is 1 million credits. So just keep that in mind, and it's very expensive. Then we have ribbon mods, just to make you know them. Ribbon mods are some mods you can get from sorties that are very far after the second dream, I think, or the war within, I think. So very later in the game, that are mods you can that are specific to one weapon and have some increasing stats and some decreasing, like slide attack slash toxin, but as minus 9.7% finisher damage, like that, as some increase and some decrease. Okay, just to know that. I'll cover them later because it should be a beginner guide. Now I'll show them how to mod. So you have to go to the arsenal and then to upgrade. You'll find like this, nothing. Just cover the type of slots. The first one here is the Anexilus slot. As you can see, there are this icon that you can see here. Only these mods can go there. So if you want to put any other mod there, you can't. You just can't. This sort is for Exilus mods. To unlock an Exilus mods, you need an Exilus adapter. That's a thing you can get from many. You can get the blueprint from Cephalon Simaris. You can get one from Sorties. You can get from some events. The just get. So the Exilus adapter is this thing here. This thing. I don't suggest you to craft them with the blueprint because it's hella cost. It costs a lot. So just wait for them. They are not that useful. You can use one Exilus adapter to unlock the Exilus mods, the Exilus slot to put the mods. Then we have the Aura mod and the Polarity. The Polarity is a slot. So it's this icon here. If you get a mod with the same icon, it just halves the price. As you can see, Nevermind it costs 13. If I put him there, it costs 7. It's always grossed, and it costs the half. As you can see, I have 60 slots, so it doesn't take much. If you put yes, let's see, it costs just less, so you can put more mods in your Warframe, in your weapon. Then we are talking about Aura mods. Aura mods are the contrary of the normal mods. Just gives you a power up, but the cost is not. It doesn't reduce your slots, your capacity, but increase your capacity. So if you have Aura mod with the same icon here, you can double its worth. As you can see, I was at 60, now I'm 78. But if you put a mod that isn't of the same polarity, as you can see, it halves and gets half of the points. So just like that. This is the basics to use to mod. Now we're just going to mod our frame. Our frame is Rhino. Rhino is very good to tank, but he needs his Iron Skin to have a lot of health. To do that, you want to increase a lot your ability strength. So you can get here, go to strength, and as you can see, these are all the mods that in every mode that just increase or decrease the strength. So we have overextended that decrease the ability strength, and Augur Secrets or Intensify or Blind Rage that increase your ability strength. So for Rhino, you just want ability strength and maybe some duration if you want to power up also the roar. But so you just have to go to abilities, and then you can see no. Okay, you can see your the stats of your abilities. As you can see here. Then if you press view stats with mods, you can see your stats with the mods. Here I have 7,000 iron ferrite armor with the iron skin. Then without I have 1,000. Okay, so you can see the duration is ability duration, radius is ability range, damage increase in these cases are ability strength. There's not specified, but you can find it on the wiki. Also, if you don't know how to mod a frame or a weapon, just go to the internet. It's the easiest way if you don't want or if you just want to know how to start to get your frame. And nothing, you have the range and the time, the combo window. That's the power up of Rhino. Then you can also see what the abilities do here. Then we have weapons. The weapons are the same, but doesn't have the two slots up here, Exilus and Auras slot, and has different obviously mods. As you can see, damage. The damage obviously is the damage your weapon does. This applies to uh, your weapon damage, your normal weapon damage, and also to stat damage. To this is the stats you can apply to an enemy. If you put a mod, as you can see, it just grows 35, 71. Okay. Then we have the stat mods. They are cold, toxin, electricity, and heat. You can put them and combine them to get different type of stat that damages race other than the other more, like you can do more damage to Corpus, to Grenier, or to whatever else, to Infested. As you can see, I have a Blast. If I use cold plus heat, then I have gas. If I use the toxin, I have radiation. If I use electricity, and so on. And then we have the critical chance and the status chance. Obviously, the critical chance is the possibility of a hit to be a critical hit that can be increased with the critical multiplier. So that's the times, the number of times the damage being multiplied. And then we have the status chance. That's the chance of each hit to apply a certain status that you have put on your weapon. Then we have secondary mods that are the exact same of the primary, just a secondary, obviously. And then I almost forgot. You have also the damage mods that are given to you at the beginning. So you have some mods if you don't find them, and are just less powerful of a less powerful copy of the other mods. As you can see, this is like a primed type of Hornet Strike. Then we have melee, which is the same of the other, except for the stance. The stance work equally to the aura. You just have the melee combos that are a really cool thing. That if you have the weapon, the melee weapon in two-handed, so you, I don't know, if you press F for a long time, just 1 second, you just change weapon to the melee. If you have that equipped, you can use the combos. If you don't have that equipped, you have the primary weapon, then you press E. It doesn't make the combo, use just normal attacks. But that's very useful because it works like aura mods, so you can put more mods on your weapon. For the other things, it just works as the other weapons. Then we have the sentinels. There is this new type of polarity slot that is also only for the I can talk. It's only for the sentinels and nothing. Just another polarity slot, nothing better. And that's the weapon. That's that can be a second, they use primary, secondary, or shotgun. Yes, there are also shotgun mods, or even also shotgun mods that are mods just for shotgun, but just works as the other mods. Then we can get through the most advanced thing. If you press the action here, you have the potato, or called the Orokin Catalyst, I think. Yes, it's a catalyst. You can put on a frame and double his mod slots. Normally, a frame you just have 30 um, available slots. As you can see, 30. If I remove the slots still charge, these are only 30. But if you can put a potato on it, you can double it, so you can reach 60 with steel charge are 78. And that's very useful, but I suggest you to not use too many potatoes at the beginning, unless you know what you are doing, because you're probably gonna regret that, because aren't that common. Usually after the stream on Twitch, go see them, because they are really funny and really helpful sometimes, just because they tell you the upcoming things to Warframe on the Twitch channel of Warframe, obviously. And these after this dev stream, usually there is an alert with or an Orkin Catalyst, or an Orkin Reactor, or a Forma, or other things. So just keep in touch with that. But as I can see, don't use them too much on normal frames, that when you are going to get primed frames, you are just not using the normal frames, so don't overuse them. Then you have the forma. The forma are these things, these puzzle pieces you can put on a weapon, and you can change the polarity slot of a slot. As you can see, you can just put one of these slot wherever you want, even on slots that already has one, and you can remove the polarity. That's useful to fit more mods inside. When you use a forma, your weapon or frame just return to level 0, and you have to re-level it to level 30. So just think about it. Then we have the focus lens, that a more advanced thing. So if you are a new player, you don't care about that. But if you are advanced and you want to learn how to use focus, I'll just explain in a later video. But just for that, you can put lens on all the frames or the weapons to just gain focus. That's the only way you can gain focus, just by putting this lens on frame. That's you can then, if you put a lens on a frame or a weapon, you have to destroy the lens. You just have to change the polarity, so think about it before doing that. And for the arcane, it's just too advanced. Don't worry, I'll explain that later with the islands. Then we have the weapons. That's the same thing, but as you can see, there's the Orkin Catalyst. That's the blue potato. Nothing more, nothing less. That's just double the mod capacity for a potato. Okay, that should be all. I hope it was helpful for you. I hope you have fun modding, because it's one of the most fun thing to use the mods, to go random mods, to try new things, to try full duration, full power. It's very funny to play with. So I hope this was helpful, and until next time, farewell.